Indeed, one of the important topics is WTO reform to ensure that WTO stays as a strong and relevant organization and that we preserve multilateral rules-based global trading system, and for this obviously dispute settlement is one of the important elements, and there from the EU side we had been very actively actually advancing this agenda and working towards solutions. It's clear that unlikely that we are going to have a definitive solution on dispute settlement during this ministerial, but I think at least we need to have a clear pathway how we can resolve it in the nearest future.
What are some of the solutions you are proposing?
Well, first of all, we need to, in a sense, preserve the progress we have reached on broader discussions on WTO reform, identify dispute settlement and appellate body as a key outstanding issue, to agree on a timeline in which we need to resolve it, and also to have a commitment that WTO members avoid appeals to the void, as we are saying, so appeals to the non-functioning appellate body, because there are other ways how to ensure appeal arbitration also now.
But do you think for the appellate body it means having less members might make it more efficient, as some countries have been advocating?
We are aware of the criticism on the way appellate body has been functioning, so we are open to discuss exact modalities and to find the solution.
When it comes to the e-commerce moratorium as well, which is expiring in March, there's quite a lot of uncertainty surrounding that at the moment. So do you think that you're going to see an extension of that moratorium with MC13?
Well, first of all, we see that there is a broad membership support for extension of e-commerce moratorium. Currently, we have around 140 WTO members supporting it. So we are obviously engaged with the countries which are opposing this and trying to find a solution. So from the EU side, we are also proponents of extension of e-commerce moratorium and working in parallel on ambitious e-commerce work program with a strong development dimension, because that is the point which some of the countries are in a sense asking.
If it is not extended by the end of this meeting, what will happen?
Well, in this case it would lapse, and I think knowing that digital trade is a rapidly expanding area, and globally speaking economy is becoming more digital is becoming more and more integrated part of the supply chains, it would be important to avoid this and thus avoid the fragmentation.
This will also add to more protectionism, in your opinion?
Certainly it would create more fragmentation and additional obstacles for digital trade.
Let's talk a little bit about the EU trade. So if you can give us some numbers as to your projections for growth in trade this year, and if you have any figures or breakdown as to how much of it is the physical trade of goods and services versus digital services and goods, as well as whether you have revised or will revise your numbers down based on what's been happening, particularly in the Red Sea.
Despite all the geopolitical tensions and also effects, for example, on Russia's aggression against Ukraine, which is affecting EU economy is expected to grow. So this year we're forecasting 1.7% growth for the economy as a whole. We expect also modest growth in trade. So all in all, EU is showing resilience despite difficult shocks we are currently facing.